Good evening, folks. This is Brian for Rumble Roses Wrestling, and I am joined by my broadcast partner, Chris. Tonight, we have an exciting match in store for you. It is the championship bout between the Redemption Bracket winner, Candy Cane, and our new Rumble Roses champion, Sargent Clemets. Sargent Clemets went through the gauntlet that was the #1 contender tournament and dethroned our previous champion in Reiko Hinamoto, the daughter of the legendary Kamikaze Rose, to become the new champion. Meanwhile, Candy Cane has literally redeemed herself in the eyes of the Rumble Roses universe after developing a more honorable and favorable wrestling style throughout the Redemption Bracket. In a surprising turn of events, the universally hated Candy Cane has now been cheered for and supported by our fans, and we are excited to see if that, along with her newfound skills, are enough to strip Sargent Clemets of the championship, or if Sargent Clemets will lay the law down on the schoolgirl dropout and continue her reign as the Law Rider champion. With all that said, Chris, are you ready to have a classic two-man commentator experience? I know we've gotten derailed a little here and there with the introduction of guest commentators with Reiko and Dixie during their respective championship reigns, but after all that has happened, are you ready to put that all behind you and call this match with me the way we used to?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Then let's not delay it any further. Who will get to hold the Rumble Roses Championship after tonight? Will it be the schoolgirl dropout Candy Cane or the Law Rider Sargent Clemets? Stay tuned to find out.
Making her way to the ring, the winner of the Rumble Roses Redemption Bracket, hailing from Canada, the schoolgirl dropout Candy Cane.
When Candy Cane first joined our company, she was rather brash on the mic and overly aggressive in the ring, most notably against the Rumble Roses sweetheart Makoto Aihara. She assaulted Makoto repeatedly outside of the ring and prolonged a match that could have ended several minutes before she decided it was over, thus leaving Makoto battered and injured for a week. Heck, she even damaged our previous champion Reiko Hinamoto so much that she needed several weeks to recover before she could defend her title again, which is why we even had the #1 contender tournament in the first place. But as we've stated earlier, Sargent Clemets has dethroned Reiko Hinamoto for the championship, and Candy Cane has done a 180 in Jennifer garnering the support of the Rumble Roses universe.
And her opponent, the winner of the #1 contender tournament and new Rumble Roses champion, hailing from San Antonio, Texas, the Law Rider Sargent Clemets.
Yikes! The crowd's jeering is so loud that we could barely hear the engine of Sargent Clemets' motorcycle. She may have ripped my heart right out my chest. But if I were to be impartial in tonight's matchup, I still personally think that Sargent Clemets is superior to Candy Cane and will retain the championship. Sargent Clemets had to plow through 3 opponents in a much longer and much more difficult tournament than the petty little Redemption Bracket that Candy Cane participated in. Should have just given Candy a participation trophy for that, because that's the only accolade she's going to get after Sargent Clemets is done with her.
Well, congratulations to the little orphan girl for winning a chicken feed tournament. It's too bad that I ought to arrest you for truancy, seeing as how you've been skipping school the whole time you've been competing in this here company. If you could even call your half-assed wrestling competitive. But the Rumble Roses universe don't want you, just like how your parents didn't want you. You're off your biscuits if you think you can take this championship away from me.
You must have gotten deaf riding that motorcycle of yours all the time, because you clearly cannot hear how much the Rumble Roses universe loves me. Ain't that right? You can go ahead and arrest me right here, right now, but that Rumble Roses championship is coming with me to the Slammer, and I will use that prize money to save my orphanage from shutting down, which would be a lot better than what you've blown your money on. That tacky outfit, that outdated motorcycle, and whatever damn drugs you've been smoking that make you think you can talk to me like that.
Scathing words from these 2 ferocious women. And I'm pretty sure that we have not heard the end of it just yet. In fact, they're probably just getting started before they completely decimate each other in the ring tonight. With the Rumble Roses Championship on the line, we've got Candy Cane versus Sargent Clemets. Who will prevail? The newfound hero, Candy, or the equally newfound villain, Sargent Clemets?
It's not fair for you to call them heroes and villains. You're creating an implicit bias in the viewer's mind when you do. Morality is not binary. There's a gray area.
We have an early pinfall attempt right here, and it's not enough, of course. But yeah, Chris, some things just are binary, no matter which way you slice it. While it is useful to notice the gray areas, which definitely do exist, unfortunately, some things just are black and white.
I suppose you're right, seeing as how there's no gray area between who's better between Sargent Clemets and Candy Cane. I mean, look at their records side by side. Candy Cane clearly pales in comparison, considering that hot losing streak she had before the loser bracket began. Hell, I'd wager the only reason why she won that loser bracket was just to solidify her place as the winner of the Biggest Losers.
It's not that my parents didn't want me, it's that they couldn't afford to take care of me. Not everyone gets to be born with a silver spoon in their mouth like you have.
A kick to the face on a downed opponent? How has Candy's in-ring style become more honorable if she's still doing things like
that? The challenger might be in trouble here, but wait. Candy reverses Dixie's full Nelson headlock into a tornado DDT.
All right, fine. I'll admit that was impressive, but becoming some kind of gymnastic Jezebel isn't going to be enough to vanquish Sargent Clemets.
Indeed. The Rumble Roses universe may have turned on Sargent Clemets slowly throughout the #1 contender tournament, but there is no denying that her dirty tactics have worked incredibly in her favor. It's not preferable, but it is what it is.
No matter what you accomplish here, you will always be street trash deep down inside.
Just as expected, the trash talk continues as Dixie speaks daggers into Candy's heart, all the while dishing out a lot of physical pain as well.
Dixie is just proving to be far stronger than Candy with throws like this.
You're going to jail for all that truancy, and that orphanage of yours is going to shut down because we don't need a place like that churning out more trash like yourself. Let him have a view of the only thing you'll ever be good for. You'll never grow any bigger than the minuscule little schoolgirl that you are. Not unless you get stretched out.
Candy now escaping to the ring, possibly to catch her breath. She really does look she's worse for wear right now. She grabs some brass knuckles from the audience. I don't know how those got through security, but Candy might very well turn to her old ways here.
Nope. She drops them before she throws a punch. We don't know if she panicked or if she in all earnestness wanted to dispense with the weapon.
I would like to believe that she had a change of heart and does not want to turn her back on the Rumble Roses universe so shortly, after they began to love her. Though it's understandable if she's regretting that decision, as Dixie is just laying the hurt on her now. After getting dominated by Dixie the past couple minutes, will Candy turn the tides here? And Candy just drops Dixie on her head on the steel floors outside the ring. That cannot be good for Dixie.
The problem with Dixie is that she thinks she's so untouchable, so immortal, that she literally begs people to lay the hurt on her and thinks it won't affect her. I'm proud to say that I know this from personal experience. But again, this is a family show, so I won't go into the details on how I know all this.
I mean, I'd rather you not either way, seeing as how we've had to suffer weeks upon weeks of Will and Reiko's sickening love for each other.
God, I know.
I'm happy for my son. And I do appreciate Reiko as a family friend, but it was like Keep it to your damn selves, you know?
Exactly.
Candy up top now, ready for a high-risk maneuver. And she gets Dixie into a blockbuster.
I don't care what you say. No more talking.
Could it be? This is how Candy won her last match, with a screwdriver.
And here is your winner, new Rumble Roses champion, the schoolgirl dropout Candy Cane.
And just like that, Candy Cane completes her redemption arc from pop-punk bully to beloved champion who can now save her childhood orphanage from shutting down.
It truly is a touching moment, I have to admit. There is some leftover love I had for Candy that is welling back up in me after seeing such an incredible performance from her tonight.
Indeed, indeed. And now Candy Cane shall be the face of the company, representing what Rumble Roses stands for. A chance for talented young women across the globe to showcase their skills and fight for what they believe in, all the while aiming to hold this prestigious title and exemplify that mission statement in its ultimate form. On behalf of the Rumble Roses Wrestling promotion, I would like to extend my thanks to each and every one of you for tuning into our program every week in the past 4 months. It has been an exhilarating thrill ride to watch this cast of colorful characters clash in the middle of the ring and compete for the ultimate prize. Every individual, from the competitors in the ring to the people in the commentator booth, have gone through a lot in these past 4 months, and it has been an honor and pleasure to share our journey with you folks watching at home. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. For the final time, either just for now or maybe forever, this has been Brian and Chris for Rumble Roses Wrestling on the Sinless Assassins channel, signing out.